So Season 2 is just around the corner, and some of the featured content coming in Season 2 gets me very excited. Not just that, but Season 3 and 4 looks insane as well. But before we delve into everything XDefiant has to offer, I've got to show you these two incredible legendary skins. And where better to start than the powerhouse of the AK-47. My word, take a look at that beauty. And if that didn't tickle your fancies, maybe this M16 will. Bravo to the designers. But see, it don't just end there. We get a bunch of new other skins as well, such as this Twitch legendary skin, a bunch of new Naughtiest skins which covers the Echelon, the Cleaners, and also the Phantoms. And I must admit, it does look very good on Singer. I love the gold and red colorways. We're also getting these Sugar Rush ones, which move away from the bland skins that we saw in Season 1, and one that drew a lot of criticism and complaints from a lot of the player base. So I'm glad to see these bright, colorful skins entering XDefiant. But this Fast City one isn't that great. Not only that, the ranked rewards look like they're stepping up as well. Now, we are also getting 3 brand new weapons coming to XDefiant. One is called the PP-19, which is an SMG, and its main strength is damage and accuracy. A lot of the SMGs at the moment do focus around higher fire rates, so this will be something like a AR/SMG hybrid. And they do go on to say that it has the highest damage and the quickest time to kill. And this could be a happy medium for me because I love playing with ARs. Now, moving on to the next one is a Spaz 12 semi-automatic shotgun. But we don't need to talk about shotguns too much because I feel like they're just incredibly OP right now, especially on some of the smaller maps. But I get it. Shotguns are meant to be annoying, and they are meant to be made for small maps. And this is where the Spaz 12 accelerates. But more shotguns for me is just annoying. And the last one, well, that's an L86 LMG. And this thing looks like it's going to be a ton of fun to use. Right now, there is 3 LMGs to use, but the RPK just is so bad. It's the worst gun in the game. So maybe this is going to be a bit more viable. They say that it has the fastest time to kill at 30 to 45 meters, so a bit towards a longer range. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Maybe it's going to be mode specific, but I haven't actually had a chance to try it, so we'll have to wait and see. Now, next up, this is going to be specifically good for anyone that wants to host tournaments, and private matchmaking is entering XDefiant at long last. This opens the floodgates to a bunch of different opportunities, such as 1v1s, insane 4v4 private match tournaments with the big juicy prize pools, 2v2 snipe offs, and just so much that you can do. I'm really looking forward for private matchmaking. And for me, this is one of the bigger W's of all of Season 2. Well, maybe other than the new faction, but we'll cover that very, very shortly. Now, on top of the private matches, they do go on to say that there will be more limited time modes coming to Season 2, but they don't specify what they are just yet. One of the other things they're keeping tight-lipped are event challenges, which look like they're going to be coming to Season 2, along with objective progress weapon XP, so it looks like we could be getting challenges to level our guns a bit quicker. Now, speaking of speed, Battle Pass progression speed is also going to be addressed in Season 2, and we're also getting a new weapon mastery skin. Now, we're also getting 6 key quality of life changes coming to the brand new season, and one of them is the mantle improvement. So if you don't know right now, if you run up to an object, it auto mantles. I'm hoping this means that in settings we'll be able to turn that feature off so it don't hinder our gunfights, especially if there's going to be private matches where money is on the line. The next up is player collision improvements. Right now, you kind of don't collide with anyone. There's almost no physics for that to happen. So this is also an improvement that are working throughout Season 2. Next up, and probably the most important out of this list, is footstep audio improvements. Right now you can hear your own teammates and enemy teammates' footstep audio exactly the same. So I hope they make teammate audio footsteps a little bit quieter and enemy footsteps a little bit louder. And this is going to be particularly important for new game mode Bomb, which we'll showcase in just a second. Now the next 3 are specifically tailored to rank, so they're adding a top 500 leaderboard as well as ranked loadout, so it's going to be a separate tab for you to have your rank classes in, and they're also adding map voting to ranked. And before you get in the comments saying what about netcode, what about matchmaking, and what about all the cheaters running around, well, this is just an ongoing priority throughout season 2, 3, 4 and the lifespan of the game. And now, let's talk about the new game mode Bomb, which we're all familiar with as Search and Destroy in Call of Duty, Demolition in Rogue Company. Valorant and CS is basically their bread and butter. And put simply, you have to plant and defuse the bomb in one life. And XDefiant are introducing this currently where you switch side every round. So one round you'll be attacking and the next round you'll be defending. And you'll win by getting to 6 rounds first. And sadly, it's not coming to rank straight away as they kind of want to hear your feedback. Plus, I think they want to tweak the game mode and some of the timings of the abilities so it doesn't completely break the mode. As I already can see, a Libertad dropping their ult while defusing the bomb is going to be pretty overpowered. I'm honestly absolutely buzzing to showcase a new faction coming to XDefiant in Season 2. Meet Lil T, Nova, and Paulo, the 3 all-new characters. And I'm already predicting Nova will be a fan favourite. I think he's the bunny is. But let's take a look at the all-new abilities, passives, and the ultra that will absolutely blow you away. So first, the M79, otherwise known as a grenade launcher. You'll get 2 shots with it, and then it will be placed on cooldown. It is used for clearing out clustered areas, and it's best at medium range. However, at close ranges, it will cause significant damage if you hit them directly. Now, I could see this being so strong on some of the smaller maps, especially playing game modes like Occupy when people were bundled together. Picture this. 3 people, Rockefeller, in the middle in the castle. You're going to be seeing some 3-piece, it may be even 6-piece grenade launcher kills. Now the second one is a scrap turret which rotates 360 degrees. And they describe this as best for holding off areas. I feel like this is going to be kind of weak, but until we get into the game and see how strong it is, then I'm going to just liken it as probably going to be similar to the GSK shock wires. It's easily going to be countered, I would assume, by an EMP grenade. So I don't think we're going to have too many issues working and playing around the turret. But the ultimate, however, the saw launcher, this is something I cannot wait to get my hands on. This looks cool AF. Now what it basically is it shoots off saw blades which bounce around an area for a short period of time. But it'll also kill enemies with a direct hit. Well, most enemies. And again, similar to the grenade launcher, where there's points on Occupy or zone control where a lot of people are confined in an area, you shoot your saw in there and the blades hopefully will take them all out. I imagine the gameplays of this is going to be absolutely nuts. And lastly, the passive is called Revved, and it increases the rate of fire and reload speed each time you get more kills. So you'll start with medium after you get your first kill, and then you'll go to high on your second, and then you'll be at max at 4 kills. And what this basically allows you to do is take off like rapid fire and quick mag on your guns, and you can optimize your guns for range or time to kill, or maybe even movement based if you're confident that you're constantly going to get 2, 3 or 4 kills. But on the downside, when you die, the meter will reset. And this sounds like it's going to add a cool dynamic to the game. But if you're like me and you want to stick with XDefiant in the long run, then look no further and subscribe to the channel. Until the next one, peace.